In this video, we're going to be going through the anchored VWAP. Now, before this, we made a video on VWAP. It is very similar to that. However, there is differences, and we're going to go through them in this video. So if you need to know what anchored VWAP is, again, check the video before. But what an anchored VWAP is it's essentially a VWAP, like a normal VWAP. However, you can anchor it to a certain point in time. So obviously, a normal VWAP will just follow this day and trend on this day. However, an anchored VWAP, you can go further back in time, or you can use less time to anchor it and basically use that as a support and resistance. So how do you access it? For this, we will use TradingView. Thinkorswim doesn't really have anchored VWAPs. You can code them in, but they're just going to be long and tedious to use. However, if you're using it over on TradingView, it is a click of a button. So, for example, say we're looking at this day and we want to start anchoring some VWAPs. What you would do is you come over here and you select this fifth one down. This is normally where the long and short position tool is, which you probably will know if you've ever used TradingView. The one we're looking at is volume based and it will be anchored VWAP. So we select anchored VWAP, and what it will do is place something when you press anywhere on this chart. For example, say this move here, we want to anchor a VWAP from the low. What you would do, place a VWAP, and what it will do is basically, yes, place a VWAP, but it will place it from the candle that you select. Now we want to change this. By default, it will look something like this. It will go from the middle of the candle. So if we zoom in, you'll get a clearer picture. It will go from the middle of the candle and anchor, basically going forward. However, we're using these. You can use these in a cleaner way. And what that you do is you go into the settings when you select that line. And what you will do is go over to source and change it from OHLC4, which is open, high, low, close. What you want to do is get rid of that. And in this case, you want to go to low. And I will show you why you want source as low. So again, source low. And what this will do is, because we're looking for an upward move, because again, we're anchoring it from a green candle low, we've had an upward move, we want to use this as a support. So you want to anchor it from the low of the candle, and now this is going to be our support going forward. So that's how you place it, and that's how you edit it. The same thing on a resistance. For example, say we want to have an anchor VWAP from this high over here. Again, what you want to do is go over to source, place that at high, and now you can see that's turned into a resistance, and we can see how that's been reacting. Now, so you don't have to manually go and do that every time. You can have set colors, which if you go over to styles, for example, you put red, you put your source as high because it's a resistance VWAP, and then you can save that as a template. So I have it as a resistance VWAP. We'll change it to this red one. And for example, again, if we wanted to, again, from that candle low, I can then go on there, just click support anchored VWAP, and there you go. So it just saves you time when you want to place these anchors. So that's what it is. Oh, well, kind of how you place them and how you set it up. Now, how do you use these efficiently? So normally we don't want to be using these short-term time frames, but instead we want to go on to a 5-minute at a minimum, or larger. So I'm going to show you the two ways that I tend to use these on individual stocks. So firstly, when you get these big moves or swing moves. So for example, we've had a bit of a sell-off, and here you can see we start to have an upward move. So normally I'll use these on, say, a 30-minute time frame. And what I'll do is I'll anchor it to the candle low. So again, this candle here doesn't have to necessarily be a green candle to anchor it as a support VWAP, because again, this is green. And what you'll see is this now turns into a nice support, because again, we did kind of break this high, potential to kind of flip. So now we've had a big move. We want to start seeing where supports, if we think this upward move is going to continue. And you can see that support did work quite nice, and it showed us an upward move. Now, we may also want resistances, and the way I use these is, again, the same thing. Kind of go to a big swing move, change this to a resistance anchored VWAP, and what you'll see as soon as this updates is, again, played out as a nice resistance here, played out as a resistance here, and here we finally got the breakthrough. If you're using these off key levels as well, this is where you tend to get kind of the breakouts and the runs. And how do we know if it's going to be a key level? Earnings. For example, Disney, you had earnings here, had a bit of an upward swing, then a big sell-off. And not only that, we also gapped down. So to me, that is quite a key pivotal level, because that is as far as earnings could run up before continuing to sell off. So a strong resistance, especially the first time you come and test that level. So we have that. There's another way you can trade this as well, and that's placing it at the open of earnings. So we'll use Disney again for this example. We go over to Disney. What we want to see is, we can even kind of just leave it for the time being, is you see the earnings move. So again, earnings here, we open here. You start to see how does this earnings start to react. In this case, you can start to see it starts to trend up after the opening move. So again, what we can do is try and get a sort of day trade off this, place that as a support anchored VWAP, and see if this works. In this case, not actually that clean. But that's one way I'll trade them, is placing it low of the moves or whatever side of the move, and trying to kind of trade that first bounce, expecting it to kind of give back that earnings move. Now, another way you can play it off earnings is the candle of the close or the move before the close, and again turning this into a resistance anchored VWAP. And again, not the cleanest of them, but again did provide you a nice short entry. I just wanted to close that out, take more of that trade. So that's one way you can use them, and again this will work and be normally the main way you can use them, but again you can use these across all sorts of earnings. So I mean, I guess we can use an NVIDIA or a Tesla, doesn't really matter, any big name. Again, 5-minute chart's going to be fine. Zoom out, see where the earnings is. For some reason it's not loaded as of this second. Okay, it's not oh, it is. I just was not at the right location. So here, earnings drive. So either you can place your support anchored VWAP here. Again, that's helping you buy this earnings move and really letting you get into that kind of running drive. And again, the other way you can place it is at, or kind of the before the earnings. So either here, we've got you a bit of a clean setup, or again, kind of like that move before. So again, there's multiple different ways you can play it. That's the subjectivity of it. The way to keep it as like limit or a low subjectivity as possible is really just using that opening candle. For example, on earnings, you see which way does it move. It pushes up. So again, you might give it 30 minutes or so until you start placing them. So for example, 10 a.m. here, this is when you see what direction it has it gone, where do I want to place my anchored VWAP. And in this case, we have obviously pushed up, so we have a support anchored VWAP. This is now a support, buying in kind of this range. And obviously from there, all it did was fly. So that's how you use the anchored VWAP. Again, TradingView is really going to be the moment you use it. But that's how you set it up, and that's how you use it. So I hope that's helpful.